So we did part one of the healing. Good day. Dove here, bringing cheer. I was talking very seriously about healing. So this is Louise Hay's book. It's a very old book. My mother always took it out when I had issues physically or emotionally. All of it's connected. The brain remembers all the things that have happened. So we have to work on releasing a lot of things. So it says here on page 83, training the mind. Self-criticism, like the above, is just the mind going on with wild chatter. What is the above? The above is, but I have always criticized myself. How can I possibly like that about myself? My parents, teachers, lovers always criticized me. How will I be motivated? But it is wrong for me to do these things. How am I going to change if I don't criticize myself? You have to put the mirror on yourself. You have to look at yourself. But you don't have to bash yourself like others have. And when you start to set your boundaries, those people that aren't healthy are going to criticize you. It's going to happen. But you have to move forward and you have to train your mind. Self-criticism like the above is just the mind going on a wild chatter. See how you have trained your mind to berate you and be resistant to change? Ignore those thoughts and get on with the important work at hand. Let's go back to an exercise we did earlier. Look into the mirror again. Say, I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. How does that feel now? It is a little easier after the forgiveness work we have done. This is still the main issue. Self-approval and self-acceptance are the key to positive change. Another thing that may happen to you is when you set the boundaries and you say you're working on yourself, people are going to call you selfish, conceited. They may even call you and that you have NPD. And you know, I've been saying this for years, and now it's a statement that's really popular. Let them, because don't let them rent space in your head. They're not paying the rent. Evict it. Evict their chatter. It's not yours. In the days where my own self-denial was so prevalent, I would occasionally slap my own face. I didn't know the meaning of self-acceptance. My belief in my own lack and limitations was stronger than anything anyone else could say to the contrary. If someone told me I was loved, my immediate reaction was, why? What could anyone possibly see in me? Or the classic thought, if they only knew what I was really like inside, they wouldn't love me. This is self-criticism. This is putting yourself down. You can give so much to other people, but you can't give that to yourself. You learn through healing that that's what it's all about, that you are excavating your own divinity. And when you see it, you may see it in a vision, you may see it in a dream, you may see it during a healing session. It is the most beautiful thing in the world. It's so amazing that, you know, I was always close to the Blessed Mother Mary. So my experience, my first healing experience with my Reiki teacher was just for my own healing. I didn't know I was going to be a healer. I didn't know it. I just needed the healing. My mother was very ill and my world was falling apart. It was a very tough time in my life. So I saw Blessed Mother Mary come and turn my hands over, and they were flames, you know, Sacred Heart, like that kind of flame. And I saw myself as an infant all the way up until the age that I was when I was on the Reiki table, and I cried through the whole entire session. And I didn't understand what that was. It was like, almost like, did part of me die during that? Because it was like, you know, when they say you could see your life flash before you, that was my experience. Not, you know, if you don't have an experience like that, don't do a comparison, but it's different for everyone. But I have always been into the prayer and everything. I am so grateful now because of what my life is like with the loss of my son, that I've had these tools. So put these things in place for yourself. If it resonates with you, you don't have to if you don't want to. And I don't force anybody I love to get, you know, You cannot force them to get the help that they need. That's why I also went into a 12-step program. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. I went into a program for people who love people who have addictions. Once you do things like that, you will learn that it is a dis-ease. These people are at dis-ease with themselves and they can't handle it, so they medicate themselves. I was not aware that all good begins with accepting that which is within oneself and loving that self, which is you. It took quite a while to develop a peaceful, loving relationship with myself. First, I used to hunt for the little things about myself I thought were good qualities. Even this helped. And my own health began to improve. Good health begins with loving the self. So do prosperity and love and creative self-expression. Later, I learned to love and approve of all of me, even those qualities I thought were not good enough. That was when I really began to make progress. Kept saying, I approve of myself. I have given this exercise to hundreds of people and the results are phenomenal. For the next month, say over and over and over to yourself, I approve of myself. I have sticky notes on the walls, and my mother used to do it, and I used to say, what are you doing that? You got all of it. My mother was doing affirmations since the 60s. She was ahead of her time. But it helped her, and I started doing it later on because she taught me this. Thoughts have no power over us unless we give it to them. Thoughts are only words strung together. They have no meaning whatsoever. Only we give meaning to them. And if we choose what sort of meaning we give to them, let us choose to think thoughts that nourish and support us. Part of self-acceptance is releasing other people's opinions. Now, you're going to come across people that are going to talk about spiritual bypassing. They're going to talk about positive, toxicity? Positive toxicity? If you can think of it, please tell me. Can't think of what it's called, but being so positive that you're a Pollyanna and it becomes toxic. That's not what I'm talking about. Because reality is, we have some people around us that they suck, actually. They're not so nice. And we have to see them. Our children marry into other families. There's a lot that goes on that we have to be at occasions where we see the person we co-parent with that might be a narcissist, and we have to go through all of this stuff, and we have to be present and get rid of the anger with the therapist and get to your healing. Lady Nada, heart awakening. Awaken to accept and the divine love, give and receive in balance. You have to put protection around yourself when you're around people that they're going to say something that may trigger you. Once you really get to a point where you've done the work, where you've centered yourself, you're going to be able to say, well, I know where that's coming from. It just came out of the garbage can. Like somebody lifted the lid and all that stink came out. It stinks. It stinks. They stink when they do it. It's okay. You can say things that make you laugh about it. We don't want to cut people down, and we're not going to say that they stink. But this doesn't smell right to me, so I'm going to take the trash out. That's your thought, right? Because you're allowing that stink and the garbage to enter you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path to light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. If there is something that you have not healed, call upon your angels, your guides. Call upon Jesus if you believe that. I love Jesus. I have things in my home that represent him. And I was brought up in that, knowing, the stories and the Bible and all of that. I don't necessarily practice or do political Jesus. I do real Jesus. But forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You do not have to forgive an abuser if you're not ready to forgive an abuser. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels, stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle